So this is the Apsara dancer that you can easily find in Angkor Wat, in Siem Reap of Cambodia. So let me show you. So this is the whole picture. Then now I show you the Naga, or the dragon, or the god of rain, in the form of Chinese philosophy. So this is the head, and then the body. So, how the Apsara dancers were born into the world? So according to Hinduism, before the world was born, so there is the milk sea, then there's the Naga, then there's the evil and the good. So each side, they take the tail of the Naga and also the head of the Naga, and they just create a tug of war. They pull because they also want to win. Both sides, they want to win, and so it is done on the sea of milk. So when they do this tug of war, and then the sprays come up from the sea. So each spray becomes Apsara dancer. So Apsara dancer is regarded as someone, as a bridge between the earth and also the heaven. And then Apsara dancers are here to serve the goddess, the gods from the heaven, and so they dance all the time, all the day, all the night, to make the god and the goddess happy. So that is the original of Apsara dances. And so in Khmer classical dance, you can know and you can understand from the gestures, very meaningful like this. So there is a flower, and then there is the fruit, like this. This is the fruit. And then they grow. And then they drop. They die. And so in fact they're telling us a circle of life, that is from life to death, which is very interesting, like what we learn from Buddhism that came from Hinduism. So the whole process of dancing is telling you about the very simple and cruel fact of life and death as a circle or a cycle of life. And in that I see the greatness of Khmer classical culture and also Khmer classical dance. That is, life is for you to celebrate, and death is also for you to celebrate, as death is the start of life in another form. And recently I saw a video depicting the virus in 1918, that is 102 years ago. And then this was generated in Spain, the government of which tried to cover the fact at first, but then it just spread so quickly across the globe. And so the virus killed a total of 50 million people. And this is very horrifying. So many people died of the virus, died of the disease. And so now, coronavirus generated from China, Wuhan, and then now spreading all over the world. And we cannot estimate how many people are going to die. And it may be a huge number that maybe we don't want to estimate, and maybe we don't want to see. But this is a fact going to happen, that so many people, about so many people dying. And they will be dying in a great number. Even we don't want to see that, even you are not willing to let it happen. But this is the fact going to happen. And so the other day I talked with an old monk, and he is from Thailand, and I talked about this phenomenon. And then what he said is of great wisdom. And he said, let it be. This is Dharma. So Dharma is Pali or Sanskrit referring to the law of nature. So what he means is that, let it be, this is the law of nature. And I suddenly found that I understood something from this, because this is law. This is law of nature. And nobody can resist the law of nature. And it happened in the history of mankind, and it also happens now, also in the history of mankind. Even you said it's too sad to hear about that. So now, in my life, how to see in my life? How to see my life? I will say, I'm always prepared for the worst, but hope for the best. That means I'm always prepared to die at any time, at any age, in any form, anywhere. But still, I hope my life can go on and on so that I learn more about life, so that I learn more from the people that I meet, so that I can learn more from you. And so, my saying is that do not panic. Get ready to die at any time, happily. But always strive to survive for life happily. So, we live but one time, we live but one life, and time is so limited, and space is also so limited. So we have to try our best to make ourselves happy. So how to make us happy? How to get the true happiness? So I would say to be nice to yourself and be nice to people. To do something that makes you happy and at the same time to be useful and helpful to people. And also, even there are storms all around us, but we still keep our mind soft and gentle and quiet and even silent. So, whenever there are sufferings outside, disasters outside, we still keep still and calm in our heart or in our mind. And after storms and rains, we haven't changed our mind, we haven't changed our heart. Still the same, as happy and naive as a kid when we were born, long time ago. So having the heart of a kid is not precious when we were still small, because it's always very easy to get happy when we are free of all the sufferings, free of all the disasters in the outside world. So only when we suffered, then if you still keep the happy heart is real. So now we see every suffering as blessing in disguise. We always learn from suffering, we always learn from the wounds and the hurts. We always learn from the bad things. And in that, we know how to live very basically, that is free of worldly side of need. That means we have only a bite of food, we have only a spoonful of water to drink, and then we live in poverty, in a poor lane, but we don't change our heart. We still keep the happiness, we still keep the silent happiness. So that means all the sufferings just bring back to the very basic state of existence, that we can move on and on and on and on. So I hope you, being not afraid of the sufferings. And now, if sufferings is or are necessary, we all welcome suffering like we all welcome the birth of happiness. So, Sadhu.